Hello, this is Pastor Kobe, and this is your Tuesday Spiritual Taco. In the scripture today, it's Psalms 37:25, reading from the King James Version. I have been young and now am old, yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. And I've heard the scripture misused 100 times because those that I've never seen the righteous. and, without really a good description of what we're talking about. Because when David in his old age was talking about those people who are devoutly, I think nowadays would say, I would never see a devout, spirit-filled, church-going, church-being person forsaken. As in, God has never turned his back on someone who intentionally serves him. That doesn't mean that things don't go bad. That just means when things go bad, God is still present. Forsaken means God said, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. God will never turn his back on you unless sin is in the picture. If you are righteous, if you are spirit-filled, if you are devout to God, spiritual disciplines, and you are really doing the things that God has called you to do, God will never leave you alone. That's true, because that's just who God is, right? And so when we say never seen the righteous forsaken, we're not talking about things don't go wrong. It's just that God is an ever-present help in the time of need. And that help may not be getting you out of it. That help may just be being comforted that God is with you, giving you a village, or maybe being alone when you need to be alone. God will never leave you. He just may do things to further sanctify you that aren't comfortable. That's just God being God. Or a seed begging bread, is in saying that this offspring, those that follow in the footsteps of the righteous, they will never be forsaken either. They will never be without the bread of life. They will never be without God, never be forsaken either if they follow in the pious footsteps, the righteous footsteps, the intentionally saved footsteps, the spiritual discipline footsteps, the grace showing, forgiving, loving your enemy as yourself, loving your neighbor as yourself, seeking ye first the kingdom of heaven and his righteousness first. Those people following those footsteps, they will never be forsaken, and those who follow them will never be begging for the bread of life. This is your Spiritual Tuesday Spiritual Taco, and I pray you ate well.